Welcome back to True Path Travel. If Brazil has ever been on your bucket list, you're in for a treat. This is a country where golden beaches meet wild rainforests, where vibrant cities pulse with music, and natural wonders leave you speechless. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, Brazil is packed with unforgettable experiences. So join us as True Path Travel takes you on a journey through the 12 best places to visit in Brazil. Destinations that capture the true heart, soul, and adventure of this incredible country, Brazil. The name itself conjures a world of vibrant color, pulsating rhythm, and untamed nature. It's a country so vast, so diverse, it feels less like a single nation and more like a continent unto itself. For the traveler, it presents a thrilling, almost overwhelming tapestry of possibilities. Where do you even begin in a land that stretches from the equator to the temperate south? A place that holds the world's greatest rainforest, its most spectacular waterfalls, and some of its most iconic cities. It's a question that can feel as vast as the Amazon River. But that's why we're here. Join me as we embark on a curated journey to explore 12 must-see places in this incredible country. We won't just show you where to go, we'll delve into the heart of each destination, uncovering what makes it unique, why it deserves a spot on your itinerary, and the very best things to see and do once you're there. Think of this guide as your personal travel compass. In a world saturated with information, our goal is to provide clarity, not clutter. We've distilled the endless options into a clear, fast, and inspiring roadmap, designed to cut through the noise and point you directly toward the experiences that will define your adventure. We'll navigate this land of beautiful contradictions together. We'll feel the infectious rhythm of its cities, where samba spills from open doorways, and life is lived out loud on the streets. Then we'll stand in awe before the deafening roar of its waterfalls, feeling the spray on our faces as millions of gallons of water crash into the abyss. And we will find moments of profound stillness in the quiet majesty of its rainforests, listening to a symphony of unseen wildlife under a ceiling of ancient trees. This is a country that engages all the senses, and we'll explore every facet of it. But a great trip is built on more than just inspiration. It's built on knowledge. Our promise is to give you both the context and the confidence to plan an unforgettable trip. We'll arm you with practical, actionable advice, the kind that turns a good vacation into a seamless, life-changing journey. We'll talk about the best times to visit each region, how to navigate local transport, and what a realistic budget might look like. We'll share insights into cultural etiquette, helping you move with respect and understanding. This is about empowering you to not just see Brazil, but to experience it fully and confidently. Because this isn't a checklist to be ticked off. It's not about racing from one photo opportunity to the next. This journey is about connection, forging a genuine link with the places you visit and, most importantly, with the people who call them home. It's in the shared smiles, the spontaneous conversations, the taste of a home-cooked meal, and the stories exchanged with a stranger. These are the moments that transform a trip into a treasured memory. It's about understanding the soul of Brazil, which is found in its warm, generous, and resilient people. Our expedition will be epic in scope. We'll span the country's legendary coastlines, a staggering 7,500 kilometers of sun-drenched sands, dramatic cliffs, and idyllic islands. We'll travel to its thundering borders, where nature's power has carved landscapes that defy imagination. We will dive deep into the heart of the Amazon, the lungs of our planet, a realm of unparalleled biodiversity where ancient cultures coexist with the wild. Then, in a single journey, we'll step back in time, wandering the perfectly preserved colonial towns of Minas Gerais, where the ghosts of a gold rush past echo along streets paved with history and lined with Baroque churches. So, find a comfortable seat, grab your notebook and a pen, because you're going to want to take notes. The adventure is about to begin. Brazil is waiting. There are cities that you visit, and then there are cities that you experience with every single one of your senses. Rio de Janeiro is emphatically the latter. It is Brazil's theatrical front porch, a city that doesn't just sit by the sea, but seems to have erupted from it. Here, dramatic emerald green mountains don't just frame the landscape, they are a part of its very soul, cradling a metropolis that pulses with an irrepressible, intoxicating life force. This isn't a place you simply observe from a distance. It's a city that pulls you in, demanding your participation in its daily spectacle of beauty, chaos, and celebration. From the moment you arrive, you can feel it in the air. A tangible energy, a rhythm that seems to emanate from the very pavement, inviting you to become part of its story. To truly understand Rio, to get your bearings in this magnificent sprawl, you must first ascend. Two essential viewpoints act as your compass, orienting you not just geographically, but emotionally. These are the city's two great sentinels, Corcovado and Sugarloaf. They are more than just tourist attractions. They are the anchors of the city's identity, visible from almost every neighborhood, constantly reminding you of the sublime natural stage upon which Rio's human drama unfolds. From these perches, the city lays itself bare, revealing the intricate tapestry of its neighborhoods, the sweeping curves of its famous beaches, and the vastness of the Atlantic that borders it. It's from up here that you begin to grasp the sheer audacity of building a world-class city in such a wild vertical landscape. Your first pilgrimage takes you up Corcovado, the Hunchback Mountain. The journey itself is part of the magic. You'll ride the historic cog train, a charming red funicular that has been making this trip for over a century. It winds its way slowly and deliberately upwards, not through city streets, but through the dense tropical wilderness of the Tijuca National Forest, the world's largest urban rainforest. As you climb, the city noise fades, replaced by the sounds of the forest. Glimpses of Rio appear and disappear through the thick canopy, building the anticipation. And then, you emerge at the top, standing at the feet of the colossal Christ the Redeemer. The statue is breathtaking in its scale and grace, but the view it commands is what truly stays with you. A full 360-degree panorama of Rio unfolds beneath you, a living map of everything you're about to explore. For your second ascent, you'll float to the top of Pão de Açúcar, or Sugarloaf Mountain. This is a two-stage journey in a glass-walled cable car, offering ever-expanding views as you glide through the air. While the view from Corcovado is an all-encompassing map, the perspective from Sugarloaf is more intimate, more romantic. It places you right at the mouth of Guanabara Bay, with dramatic, close-up views of the coastline and the city's harbor. The best time to make this journey is undoubtedly late afternoon. As the sun begins to dip towards the horizon, it paints the sky in fiery hues of orange, pink, and purple. Watching the city lights begin to twinkle on one by one as dusk settles is pure cinema, a moment of profound beauty and tranquility that feels like a reward at the end of a perfect day. Back at sea level, Rio's heart beats strongest along its legendary coastline. Stroll the world-famous promenades of Copacabana and Ipanema. These aren't just beaches, they are the city's sprawling sandy living rooms, its open-air gyms, its playgrounds, and its most vital social hubs, all cooled by a constant sea breeze. Here life is lived out in the open. You'll see karaokers, as the locals are called, playing foot volley with mesmerizing skill, friends gathering around a cooler of ice-cold beer, and families simply enjoying the sun and sand. The beach is a great equalizer, a place where people from all walks of life come together. Grab a fresh coconut water from a kiosk, find a spot on the sand, and just watch the world go by. It's the quintessential Rio experience. When the sun goes down, the rhythm of Rio changes, but it never stops. After dark, follow the sound of the drums to Lapa, the city's bohemian heart. This neighborhood, set under the colonial-era arches of an old aqueduct, thumps to the infectious beat of samba. The streets here transform into a massive open-air party. Music spills out from every bar and club, but the real magic happens in the street, in the spontaneous rodas de samba that form. A circle of musicians gathers, and soon, a crowd follows, clapping, singing, and dancing. The energy is magnetic. Don't be shy. Grab a caipirinha, Brazil's national cocktail, from a street vendor and join the roda. Even if you don't know the steps, the spirit of the music will move you. This is where you feel the city's pulse at its most raw and joyful. So here is your essential day plan for embracing the city's spirit. Greet the day with the God's Eye morning vistas from Corcovado. Spend your sun-drenched afternoon absorbing the vibrant beach culture of Ipanema, and surrender your evening to the intoxicating rhythms of samba in Lapa. This simple trinity, mountain, beach, and music, is the core of the Rio experience, a cycle that repeats daily, each time with its own unique flavor. So come for the world-renowned views you've seen in pictures, but stay for the vitality you can only feel in person. Stay for the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of salt in the air, and the sound of samba in your soul. Rio de Janeiro is a city that doesn't just welcome you, it embraces you, leaving you feeling charged, alive, and already planning your return. There are places on Earth that defy simple description, where the sheer power of nature commands a reverent silence. Iguaçu Falls is one such place. It's not one waterfall, but a colossal chain of hundreds, stretching for nearly 3 kilometers along the border of Brazil and Argentina. To stand before it is to be humbled by a scale that feels almost otherworldly. The name itself, from the indigenous Guarani language, means big water, a profound understatement for one of the planet's most awe-inspiring sights. This isn't just a destination, it's a full-body sensory experience, a symphony of roaring water and trembling earth that stays with you long after you've left. The journey to its heart begins on the Brazilian side, where a network of thoughtfully designed walkways guides you ever closer to the abyss. Each step along the Circuito das Cataratas brings a new perspective, a different angle on the unfolding panorama. You'll feel the air grow thick with moisture, the temperature dropping as you approach the main event. The path culminates at a platform extending over the river, leading you to the precipice of the Garganta do Diabo, or the Devil's Throat. Here, 14 separate cataracts converge, plunging more than 80 meters into a chasm that seems to breathe, exhaling a permanent cloud of spray. Standing there, you are enveloped. Expect to be soaked by the constant billowing mist. Expect to see not just one, but often multiple perfect rainbows arcing through the spray, their colors impossibly vivid against the white water. And expect a roar so profound you feel it vibrating deep in your chest, a thunder that drowns out all other sound and thought. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated nature. I remember standing there, unable to speak, just feeling the vibration of the platform under my feet, and watching the water disappear into the white void below. It's a powerful reminder of your own smallness in the grand scheme of the natural world. But to truly understand Iguaçu's power, you have to get even closer. For that, you must take the boat. The Macuco Safari Adventure is an absolute must-do. It starts with a gentle ride through the jungle, but soon the rigid inflatable boat powers up the canyon, heading directly for the falls. The anticipation builds as the cascades loom larger and larger. Then, the captain steers directly under one of the smaller, yet still immense waterfalls. It's a joyful, thrilling drenching that turns awe into pure adrenaline. You emerge laughing, soaked to the skin, and feeling more alive than ever. It's a baptism by big water. Diversity of life. As you wander the trails, keep your eyes peeled. You're almost guaranteed to encounter the park's charming and famously mischievous coatis. They are incredibly cute, but a crucial tip: do not feed them. They are wild animals and can be aggressive in their search for a snack. Look to the trees, and you might spot colorful toucans, plush-crested jays, or troops of capuchin monkeys. The air is filled with the calls of hundreds of bird species and the hum of countless insects. It's a vibrant ecosystem, protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, that is just as spectacular as the falls themselves. Infrastructure ensures your focus remains on the spectacle. The Brazilian side is celebrated for its breathtaking panoramic vistas. It allows you to see the forest for the trees. To grasp the Brazilian side is celebrated for its breathtaking panoramic vistas. It allows you to see the forest for the trees, to grasp the sheer magnitude of the entire waterfall system in one sweeping gaze. It's the perfect introduction, letting you see it wide before you feel it close. This perspective gives you the full context, the grand architectural plan of nature's masterpiece, before the Argentinian side lets you walk among its pillars. So, walk the platforms and feel the spray on your face. Brave the boat for that unforgettable drenching. Wander the forest and listen to its wild inhabitants. Iguaçu is a place of superlatives, a destination that exceeds every expectation. You don't just see Iguaçu, you experience it with every sense. And when you leave, you carry its thunderous roar and gentle mist with you, a permanent echo of nature's immense and beautiful power. Manaus is the launch pad, a surprising city ringed by rainforest. Its rubber boom opera house is a jewel in the jungle. Stock up. Markets brim with Amazon flavors and craft. See two rivers run side by side, coffee and cream currents refusing to mix. Board a riverboat home. Let the modern world melt away. Glide in silence. Your guide reveals hidden lives in every rustle. Meet river communities. Learn sustainability born of necessity. After dark the forest sings. Listen closely. The Amazon is Earth's green cathedral. Vast, complex, unforgettable. Salvador is living history. Colonial streets pulsing with Afro-Brazilian rhythm. Step into churches of gold. Devotion and artistry intertwined. Watch capoeira, a graceful, strategic dialogue of movement. Witness resilient faiths, African roots woven into daily life. Taste Bahia, acarajé, then moqueca, rich with palm oil and coconut. At dusk, squares fill with drums, Salvador's heartbeat. Sit, sip, and let history and joy wash over you. Salvador confronts a hard past and celebrates a vibrant present, a city that gets under your skin and into your soul. Bigger than many countries, the Pantanal is wildlife made visible. Dry season concentrates life, rainy season spreads it, both spectacular. Base at a fazenda, go with pantaneros, masters at spotting. Rivers are highways to life, capybaras, yakari caimans, giant otters. Birders rejoice, macaws to jabiru stalks, it's a feathered feast. The ultimate sighting, jaguar, best by boat along the Cuiaba. After dark, tapir, ocelot, and a chorus of frogs. Walk, ride and boat through a living classroom, from hummingbirds to jaguars, the Pantanal teaches wonder. An exclusive archipelago where nature is VIP. Visitor numbers are limited. A protected marine park and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visibility up to 50 meters. Expect sea turtles, rays, reef sharks. Watch spinner dolphins leap and whirl in vast pods. Descend to Bahia do Sancho, often ranked among the world's best beaches. Get around by buggy, bus and foot, views at every turn. End days with a caipirinha and a sky that glows. Noronha is a masterclass in preservation, a joy to visit and a responsibility to protect. A perfectly preserved colonial town, Brazil's golden age in stone and gold. Hills are steep, rewards are stunning. Every climb reveals a new vista. See Alejandro's Baroque masterpiece and Mestre Ataide's heavenly ceilings. Pilar's modest exterior hides an explosion of gilded splendor. Learn of rebellion and the fight for freedom beneath the beauty. Descend into a former gold mine, confronting, illuminating. Refuel with hearty Minas fare, tutu à maneira, frango com quiabo. Ouro Preto is a living gallery. Art, history, and youthful buzz in one walkable masterpiece. Limestone filters the rivers to glass. Bonito is clarity itself. Tours are capped and guided. conservation drives experience, float downstream as fish glide beside you, an open-air aquarium. Descend to the Blue Lake Grotto, a subterranean sapphire. For thrill seekers, rappel 72m into a cavern and snorkel among cones. Hop between cascades, swim, relax, reset. Evenings are easy. Swap stories over river-fresh fish. Bonito proves tourism can protect, unforgettable and sustainable. Sampa is Brazil's engine, culture, cuisine, commerce at full throttle. At MASP, masterpieces float on glass, a bold way to see art. Sundays turn Paulista into a park. Cyclists, buskers, families. Explore immigrant flavors, Japanese, Italian, Lebanese and more. Lunch like a local, fruit tastings and the legendary mortadella. From pastel stalls to cutting-edge cuisine, taste modern Brazil. After dark, pick your soundtrack, samba grooves to underground beats. São Paulo rewards curiosity, in a perfect coffee, a tucked-away gallery, a warm chat that becomes a memory. Floripa blends island chill with city buzz, over 40 beaches to choose from. Around the lagoon, life is stylish yet unpretentious. Surf prime breaks, then sandboard Joaquina's massive dunes. Wander Azorian lanes and heritage churches. Eat oysters meters from the water, lime or baked with cheese. Trek through Atlantic forest to a secret crescent beach and lagoon. Or simply watch the world drift by with a view and a brew. Floripa is both energizing and soothing, a spell you'll happily fall under. Dunes like bedsheets ripple to the horizon, and between them, rain-fed lagoons in jewel tones. Getting in is an adventure, access by guided 4x4 only. Walk dune to dune, each crest reveals a new oasis. Slide into warm, silky water and float beneath a vast blue sky. Classic stops, Lagoa Azul and Lagoa Bonita at their seasonal best. Stay for sunset, sand and sky turn to fire and rose. Trek deeper with local homestays in hidden oases. It's like walking an ocean of sand dotted with blue mirrors, otherworldly and unforgettable. Once remote, still rustic, sand streets, no shoes, no stress. Ride steady winds under wide skies, world-class sessions daily. Hire a buggy, dried mangroves, tiny ferries, big smiles. Claim a hammock in crystalline lagoons, pure tropical therapy. Each evening, everyone ascends the sunset dune to applaud the day. Ride steady winds under wide skies, world-class sessions daily. Hire a buggy, dried mangroves, tiny ferries, big smiles. Claim a hammock in crystalline lagoons, pure tropical therapy. Walk to Pedra Furada, time it for sunset through the arch by day, simplicity by night. Jerry balances action with absolute ease. From Rio's rhythm to Iguaçu's roar. From the green lung of the Amazon to windswept dunes. Culture, wildlife and seas so clear they sparkle. History that shines. Rivers like glass. Nights that pulse. Beaches that soothe. We've toured 12 essentials. Each a window into Brazil's soul. Ready to plan? Make the process part of the fun. Pack light, travel curious, and let Brazil surprise you. Tell us your first stop in the comments. Like this guide and subscribe for more cinematic itineraries. Brazil welcomes you with warmth and wonder. We'll see you on the road. You're watching True Path Travel. Subscribe and tap the bell for more 20-minute cinematic guides. New journeys every week. Thanks for watching from True Path Travel. Like, subscribe, and comment at your first stop.